kind of got to lock in right now. I can't get beat this quick.
Oh, man. I don't know.
That
This is one thing that I try to do. I try to chat it up with everyone such you're not so focused on the game. Just enjoy yourself, relax.
Yeah, no, you think no, dude, I'm way too competitive for that. I gotta go out and make some noise for myself, right?
Welcoming in my guy JmboJr. How we doing today?
Dude, we're doing lovely. Thank you for having me, bro. It's an absolute pleasure. I do want to start off really quickly. So I know you just threw my links in your chat, and you said, oh, he's got no subscribers on YouTube. He hasn't posted anything yet. It's funny because I just made that YouTube this week.
No
and
way!
I've been telling myself, right, that once I hop on live, I need to promote that. Hey guys, I have a YouTube now if you want to subscribe. So you're not only the first streamer friend of mine to promote my channel. You're the first person in general to promote my YouTube page. So, thank you for that.
Hey, no problem. I know how it is. Like, YouTube can be such a grind. Once you get into it, then it's like, you're going, you're moving, and videos start kicking out, and you get into a schedule. Everything's just flowing. But to start it can be such a grind, and like, where do I start and all that stuff. So
well, thankfully they have the shorts now, and I've already been posting a few TikToks here and there, so hopefully those templates kind of mesh like really well over there, and I don't have to worry as much. But I mean, the full length stuff, I have a buddy who said he would help me out with in terms of editing. But yeah, that is completely blank page. Thank you already to everyone who subscribed. Thank you, bro, for shouting me out.
No problem.
Yeah, very blank, I would say.
Hey, I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be fire. I watch different YouTube shorts of streamers who play MLB, and I've seen some really good ones. Especially, again, going back to True. I love Trues. Like, it's either, we'll see in a home run shot or an air. My favorite one so far, it happened, I think, last week when he called Babe Ruth a fat lard. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call Babe Ruth a fat lard. And,
I mean, part of my language here, but something I always love to call Babe Ruth. Just because, you have that option. He's a primary right fielder in the game. If you want to throw him in one of those outfield slots, good for you. But he doesn't have good fielding. So if I ever see him in right field, I'm not shying away from calling him what he is, and that is a short-legged fat fuck. He's just, dude, that guy cannot run. He can throw it, but that boy cannot run.
No, he cannot. He cannot. So that's why you mainly see him at first base or DH. But yo, that play, I don't know what it was. The ball was hit right at him, and he decided, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and make a diving attempt. And yeah, the ball just bounced off of him, and it just looked so. And True was just. What are you doing?
He's so good, right, on those diving plays at blocking the ball.
Yes.
Like, if you want it in the glove, you got no shot. If you want it to hit off some obscure body part, he's your guy.
He'll keep it in the infield. That's all we could ask for.
It's actually, it happened last night a little bit, but it was just coming to my senses now that we're entering set 3 tomorrow.
Yes.
And, Babe Ruth I know a lot of us might not make our set 2 and 3 roster. So even though we're talking this little game about Babe Ruth right now, just want to say, rest in peace. Thank you for everything. All of the hits, all of the great at-bats, all the times that you wore one for the team. Thank you.
There you go. Hey, Babe Ruth, it's been nice knowing you. Thank you for all your work. I don't know about you. Babe Ruth, for me, kind of started off slow, and it was a little bit rough, and I was getting a lot of slack for picking him over Chipper. But Babe Ruth, I did.
You went Babe over Chipper. Good for you.
I did.
I know a couple of different people. I think Truman. I think Truman also went Babe over Chipper to start.
Yes.
So you're not in a very small crowd, because Babe is every year he's that guy.
And you know what? He picked up, and I loved it. I mean, I was hitting shots. There was times where it would be a lefty on lefty matchup, and Babe Ruth was still. I was like, yes, okay, this is what I wanted. But yeah, he's probably not going to be a wild card because, unfortunately, I do love Chipper. And Chipper, I'm not like the greatest hitter, and Chipper will give me hits. Even when it's bad PCI placement, everything, I will still get on base with Chipper. So I'm like, yo, Chipper has to come over.
Yeah, Babe Ruth has all the tools to be carried over, but Chipper exists. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, if Chipper just didn't exist, it wouldn't be a debate. But sadly, he does.
Well, officially welcome in. Let the people know about you. Who is JmboJr?
Yeah, so I'm a kid from Connecticut. I grew up, I played baseball. I loved playing baseball. My glory days were in Little League, sadly. As I got a little bit older, it took me a long time to grow. So once I hit high school, I'd say I never made a high school baseball team. So I was pretty bad around the ages of like 13 to 15 probably. But I always loved the game. I always loved the game of baseball. I always wanted to keep up with it, but after our last season of just sitting and riding the pine, it was like, I really don't love this game anymore. And then I got to college, didn't follow baseball as much. But then MLB The Show 21 came to Xbox, and I've always been an Xbox guy. I've always been a gamer, and the minute that I saw it was coming, I was like, I'm going to get into this game. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to grind it out, see what happens. And I've turned it into, a passion for playing the game. I love MLB The Show. I just love the game. I think Diamond Dynasty in general is just such a user-friendly experience that you don't see with a lot of Ultimate Team modes, the way that San Diego Studios does it. I'm also, where was I going to go with that? I've played all these Ultimate Team modes. I love baseball. And I've always had a passion for streamers too. I remember in the glory days of, early college, it was like 17, 18, Ninja blowing up playing Fortnite and seeing all these streamers like, wow, that's the dream, And as I've played a lot of MLB The Show, and as I've, got accustomed to having like big boy jobs now and stuff, I can get a streaming setup and just try it out. And in the meantime with that, I guess I got pretty good at MLB The Show. And I've turned it into a really tight-knit, fun community over on my channel. And it is literally a dream come true. So that's just a little bit about me, where I've come from, where I'm at right now. And I'm loving every second of it.
Yo, that's awesome, man. I do want to touch a little bit on your baseball career, or, lack of in high school. I kind of went through the same thing. I'm not taking any shots. Come on,
man, just say it. I was bad. Say it.
No,
That's
but
okay.
here's the thing. So I didn't get to play on teams a whole lot growing up. Like, I probably played on a couple of rec teams, but backyard ball, we had a diamond. It was like a secondary school that me and my friends used to go to. We would play games all throughout the summer. And I would hit shots. Like, I remember I had this double barrel bat that someone would bring, and I would hit shots like over the home run fence and everything. And I felt like, once high school starts, I'm gonna be that guy. And the thing with backyard baseball is all you see is fastballs. And so only thing, is ball strike or whatever, but fastballs, I'm killing it. I go try out for high school, and I was getting a lot of change-ups and slow stuff, and I couldn't touch the ball. And so, long story short, I did not play baseball in high school. I played a little bit of basketball, a little bit of football. When it was springtime, I ran track. But one thing I'll tell you, and I had talked to True when he was on the show too, is you might really fall in love with adult league softball. If you love baseball, I play softball like 3-4 times a night. Or not a night, I'm sorry. 4 times a week. I know, 4 times a night.
You play a lot of softball. You got a lot of free time.
I know, right? And I'm telling you, if you love baseball.
I'll give you a little bit more background on me. I know I just told you this before, but I went to the University of South Carolina.
Okay. Gamecocks.
At heart. And when I was there, I had a lot of free time. Obviously, I was just a college kid. I went to class, and then other than that, wasn't doing a whole lot besides playing video games and hanging out with some friends. But I really wanted to get a little bit more involved with some of the community stuff. And one thing that I've always loved, like I said, is baseball. And a hobby from when I was a kid was going and watching my dad play slow pitch. He was really good playing slow pitch. So I always loved going to his games. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see if I can go be an umpire. I'm just gonna try to get a job for intramural softball at my school. And by the end of it, I actually ran the entire league. I was in charge of scheduling. I was in charge of hiring. I was in charge of all this different stuff within the intramural program at South Carolina.
Okay.
But on the flip, I also did play, and I love it. I love slow pitch softball.
Yes.
Me and my boys at home, we've told each other for like 3 years at this point. It's like, we got to make a team. We got to make a team, and we just haven't gotten to it. So shame on you guys. But also, I love the game so much. So as you're saying that, I'm like, yep, I do love it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now, how long have you been a streamer?
Well, I actually just looked the other day. So I fired up I think a week's worth of streams back in 2018.
2018.
Streaming from my Xbox. No, but hear me out, right? I was playing Fortnite, and I was playing with no camera. I was playing on my TV wireless connection. So it was like nobody was coming. If anything, I'd like beg my friends to follow. But consistently, like having a stream every day for, let's just say every weekday, I would say I've been doing it for about 2 months. I think ever since April, once I got my PC, and then one of my buddies actually came over and helped run an Ethernet cord through my house, so it goes directly from my router under the floors into my computer. That just happened like probably a month ago.
Okay.
So consistently playing MLB and streaming it for about 2 months. I was affiliated last year, or I got affiliated, but nothing was very consistent.
Gotcha. Now, kind of going a little bit backwards, what was the first system that you've ever played on? Gaming system?
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
I remember a very fond memory of it was my mom would have some of her friends over, and they'd be downstairs just having a good time. And I would be playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on my PS2 up in my room, but it was really hard to play solo. So I would have to call my mom up to come up and help me and try to beat the game.
Wow.
So she egged it on then. She was like, oh, this is like really cute. Like, you know, he's just playing his game, whatnot. But as I've grown up and really love video games, she probably would like for me to cut it out sometimes.
I was just about to say, yo, is your mom a gamer? Like, is that confirmed?
No,
oh, okay.
Absolutely not. No, she. No, I don't think she should keep up or could keep up, especially in MLB The Show with me. I would hold no prisoners against her.
Well, I don't think there's hardly anybody that could keep up with you at MLB The Show. I mean, Mr. Top 50.
Surprised.
I mean, we get
listen. You'd be surprised, man. Although it does go very well sometimes, there are some others where you're like, who is this guy right now? Like, I was watching somebody who was hitting perfects all night long the night before. Now he is struggling to win a game. So
it happens.
I could be very good, but that's the thing with MLB The Show, man. It's all about consistency, and I don't think every player in the world has really locked it down yet. Like, everyone could have really good days and stretches in a row, but slumps, just like real baseball, dude, they exist.
Exactly.
They're very real.
Now, PlayStation 2, what was your favorite games to play?
So, trying to think, there's the one that comes to mind was probably EA Sports MVP Baseball 05. With Manny Ramirez on the cover. That game was a lot of fun. What else? Oh, the Sly Cooper. I believe I'm saying that right. The Sly Cooper games. If you've ever heard of those, I think that's what they're called. I remember watching like my cousins play it, and then I ended up getting my own copy. I would just sit in my room and play those. But other than that, not too many memories with like really beloved PS2 games, I would say.
Now, have you, because I know we talked a little bit, but I'll let you tell the people. Have you been all PlayStation, or are you PlayStation, Xbox, both? Do you have a side that you choose from? What's your favorite?
Yep. So I had my PS2. I believe I had a PS3 at some point. I don't remember playing too many video games on it. But the minute that I got my Xbox 360 was the day it was set in stone that I'm an Xbox-made person. I will ride with Xbox. I know the top 50 community is not gonna like hearing me say that, but I'm Xbox-made. I know your tournaments over there are on PlayStation. I know there's a little bit of input lag, but I'm sticking with my boys at Xbox. I have to. I love them.
Now, was there a certain game on Xbox that just pulled you over, or like what made you really like Xbox?
I would say, well, what really pulled me over initially was that all of my friends in middle school had Xboxes. So
That
it was
makes
like,
sense.
you know, how am I gonna play with my friends on PlayStation 3 when everyone's got an Xbox 360? So it started there. But one game we really loved playing was Modern Warfare 2. It was, you know, just absolutely nostalgic. May I even say perfect Call of Duty game, or even just video game from the past in general. It was so many laughs, so many good moments. It really got me on that Call of Duty kick growing up, and it was really more so, I think, a sense of, okay, I get to play with the boys, and we've always usually stuck with Xbox until this year probably, where some have gone over to PlayStation, and some have stayed with me over.
How
to Xbox.
dare they?
Yeah, well, listen, not everyone's got the loyalty locked down, you know, like me.
Right?
Once I've got something, I'm gonna cherish it. I'm not gonna let it go for the next best thing. You know, like I built this relationship with my boy Bill Gates, and I'm gonna stick with him.
Now, what was your favorite game mode? Was you a capture the flag, search and destroy, team deathmatch? What did you guys like to do?
I personally have been, and I feel like I could say the same for the group that I usually play with. We're always search guys.
Search
has always been like, especially in the older games when it was like, all right, there's no party chat. You got to get into game chat. You gotta talk that talk in there because it is going to be ruthless. You're going to get shit on pretty much, but you know what? You got to stick through it. You got to try to win that game, and just the whole objective. You get one life, better not waste it.
Yep.
It's perfect.
It's awesome.
Perfect game mode.
Now, do you have like a highlight where you did a 1-on-5, you was the last one left, 1-on-6? Hey, can we go that? Yeah. Oh, hey.
I mean, I've done them. I've done those scenarios a few times. More recently, it was probably like well over a year ago at this point. But you know, the game that introduced Warzone, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's like the 2019 Modern Warfare. I personally think that game was incredible. I love that game. I love the movement. I love almost everything about it. And we got back on a search and destroy kick for a little bit. And I had this one clip where they had uploaded Rust back into the game. I was standing up at the top, and I was sitting there with a Car 98K, and I was like looking for the last guy, and I could see him. He's in that like back left corner. There's like a bunch of debris that you can kind of climb under.
Yeah.
And you just see him run across the middle of the map. I just turned no scope, got him, and I freaked out. And, you can see like the chat moving a little bit. It was so cool. It was like, I have it actually like favorited as a video on my phone, just so I could always refer to it.
No way. That is awesome.
But search is just takes the cake for me. I like the other game modes too. I mean, I have never really been like a capture the flag guy. I love demolition. Demolition was like a big thing. It's not as much in the newer Call of Duties. Domination's fun. Just where a lot of those where you could either get a lot of kills or you got one life. Don't waste it.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I was a big search guy myself, just the strategy around it. And then, you know, it really gets the heart pumping, especially when it's like down to the last few seconds and stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Nothing like search.
No, absolutely not.
Yo, so MLB 23, who has been your favorite hitter so far this year? You just rake with them all the time.
Yeah, it's tough. There's definitely a couple. Like if I had to give a couple honorable mentions, Chipper Jones.
Okay.
Babe Ruth. Mickey Mantle. Like
Mickey Mantle.
3 of those guys that are just, you know, awesome. I hope everyone has the opportunity to either use them or get them on their God Squad. But right now, my favorite card in the game, without a doubt, is 99 overall Ian Happ from the last event. So if you were to get the 12 wins in event, the switch it up event, you got the 99 overall Ian Happ, and I've used his cards, like his lower overall cards in BR. I've had a good time with them because he's a switch hitter, does everything pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, dude, I got to try out this card in ranked. And, like, I fell in love. He doesn't have the most flashy stats in the world, but Ian Happ gets the job done.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, like, I just tweeted this the other day. I don't focus on, like, paralleling cards too quickly or keeping track of stats in that nature. I'm the second person in the world to keep
Number
behind
two.
him.
Number
Yeah,
two.
So it was like, wow, like I really enjoy this card. He's staying for as long as he wants.
That's cool. And I did see that too. I was like, hey, look at this. Number 2 in the world in half.
Not once have I been that close to like a number 1 with a card. I think somebody, whoever it is, got the card right away and just parallel grinded for like probably like 48 hours in a row. But no, I played legit. I just played games. I played Moonshot and ranked with him, and he's still awesome. Like, so good.
Nice. Now, MLB 23 is a little bit different. We got season 3 coming out tomorrow, so now we're gonna be able to, use set 2 and set 3 cards, which means we're gonna be kicking out some of the set 1 cards. How have you liked the way that they've done it this year compared to years past where they had an innings program and you pretty much, you can use whatever cards however you want, but we didn't start off with 99 overalls. Like, you start off with a certain overall and it just gradually got higher and higher and higher. Do you prefer the old method or have you really enjoyed this year so far?
Yeah. So in terms of the switching from the innings method to the set method, I think it is, and I think set 3 is going to be a really good telling on whether or not people are going to love it or hate it. And
Gotcha.
the reason is that we have set 1 cards that are now going to be obsolete from just solo rank seasons. That's a part that hopefully everyone gets, is that it's not like your set 1 cards are being deleted. You just can't use them necessarily in solo ranked or mini seasons where there's parameters on what cards you could use, events where there's parameters. Other than that, you've got free reign on those cards. So I think in that way, there's nothing really to freak out about, especially if you're not somebody that plays a whole lot of ranked.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, I do like it right now. But with set 3 coming out, we're getting potentially a bunch of new or, maybe some past cards that maybe haven't gotten a 99 overall. Babe Ruth is a great example where it's like, okay, so now I don't get to use Babe Ruth until who knows when. Like, when are we going to get a 99 Babe Ruth or a card that is very similar? I really like how, lineups can evolve. Really high overall lineups can evolve as well. But yeah, I think it's just a little too early. I think season 3 or set 3 is going to be the really big sign on whether or not they can pull this off. But I like it so far. I like the fact that I can have some really good cards right off the rip. I do. And
I know, it's pretty good.
I think other people, probably feel the same, where it's like, wow, like I can have a God Squad right away. I don't have to put in all this, all this effort all that much. Like, things can start out and stay really hot all year long. But other than, like, I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I really hope it does, though. I really do, because, like I said, I love Diamond Dynasty. I do not want this game to ever fizzle out. I love playing it. I know a lot of other people love playing it too. So yeah, I guess we just kind of got to wait and see what set 3 looks like.
And I totally feel you with that. It's you look at it one aspect. I know we kind of talked a little bit before about Madden, for an example. One thing with Madden Ultimate Team is, yeah, you'll get your cards, but it seemed like every team you play with will have the same card on their team because the card is OP. But one thing I noticed with playing Diamond Dynasty is lineups pretty much are different. And I love that. I love not having to go up against the same couple of cards the whole time because those are the meta cards and all that stuff. So that's one thing I do like about the way it's set up right now, and being able to just grind a game and get a really powerful team. But as you said, as we move forward, the big thing as a company is you want to keep your game fresh and you want to keep people wanting to play and having a reason to play. Could that kind of make it stale earlier, sooner, because there's not a whole lot to do. It's going to be interesting to see how they keep everyone entertained and in tune for the game.
And on the flip there too is that they came out this year so hot.
Yes.
They gave us like some of the best 99 cards we get later in the year last year. We got them right away this year. Like 99 Mike Trouts. We got a 99 Lindor. We're getting this whole WBC program that is so laid out and it's so great.
It was awesome.
And you get this set one collections of Babe Ruth, Chipper Jones, and Pedro. Like those are cards we wait for all year. We get them right away. So, people probably were so excited to start this year and really get moving. But like you said, with set one and set two already being so great in terms of the content they dropped, how do they keep it up? And that's a question I've been thinking to myself. I really hope they do it. I really so badly. I want them to keep up this momentum. But I guess we just kind of have to wait and see because this system is weird for sure.
It is, and like you said, they start off so good, and I've had a lot of fun playing it early on. It's been great. Now, if SDS DM'd you and said, all right, give us a card that hasn't gotten a 99 yet that you will want to see a 99, what player would that be?
So it's got to be somebody currently in the game?
Yes. You know what? I'll do this with you. One current and one that has not been in the game yet.
Okay. Well, he hasn't been in the game in a while, but my favorite baseball player of all time, and I might get a little bit of heat for this, but I'm really looking forward to getting an Alex Rodriguez card.
A-Rod.
If you want to give him a 99 for Seattle, go ahead. You want to give him a 99 for Texas, go ahead. Yankees, go ahead.
You don't care.
I really want A-Rod.
Yeah.
He is somebody that, he could break the game. He could be 125 both sides, power and contact, 99 speed, great fielding. He could be just monstrous. And then a 99 who hasn't gotten one recently. I thought of one, but I think he got one last year. That's a great question. A 99 overall.
And A-Rod, while you thinking about it, A-Rod is someone that would be kind of cool to see. It's crazy because Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa was inputted into the game, and it was always been the question marks of because of the past. The MLB kind of stayed away from it. So that's a good sign that some of these other players that, a lot of people fell in love with could end up in the game too. Of course, it's all about, getting their rights and stuff like that. A-Rod, he's really involved in MLB, as being a commentator and different things that he does. And he's a charismatic guy. You got Derek Jeter there. I'm pretty sure A-Rod would like to see himself in a video game as well. So let's make it happen.
I'll tell you what, too. And, A-Rod is obviously very prevalent now because he does, Fox Sports. He does a lot of commentary. He keeps himself, really active on social media, which is almost, saved his image a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is great for him because I love A-Rod. Maybe as a player, he was a little shaky, which is fair. I will totally take that criticism for him, I guess.
There's a lot of star players that kind of had that, about them. You could look at Michael Jordan, for an example. Everyone will say, one of the greatest of all time. But they say, he was tough around the edges, Yeah. So
even watching The Last Dance, it's you're not getting some soft guy. You're getting someone that wants to beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
And that wasn't just on the court. That was his personality. He was the best. He wanted to be the best at everything he did. But I was going to say this too, with the addition of Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa into the game this year, why not A-Rod? But here's the thing. So we're getting a new legend tomorrow. It's already been announced from I think you can go look at the game announcements or even the Twitter that we're getting a new legend.
Oh, okay.
And is it going to be A-Rod? I don't think so, and I also kind of don't hope so.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that A-Rod, I think, as controversial as he was as a player, I think he's big enough to the point where you could do something similar with Jeter, and you don't
start the
just have
game
to
with
add
him.
to the game. You could put him on the cover.
Ooh.
I think you can make a deluxe version out of Alex Rodriguez and get people to buy that game. I really do. So I don't think he's just a, oh, we got A-Rod's right, let's throw him in. No, I think you market that. I think A-Rod would be a perfect persona for that.
If we get A-Rod on the cover, now I already know you would want pinstripes, but what would be the cover jersey? Like, should it be pinstripes because he did win a championship with them? Or, Seattle because of his early days, what would you think they would go with? Pinstripes?
Yeah, so now I'm thinking, because there's two that I have in mind. It's Seattle or New York.
Yeah.
I think maybe his time was a little bit too short in Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think to myself how many editions there were with Jeter on the cover, if there was just the captain edition. Because there was like a digital deluxe. There was, you know what, they both had Jeter. So I'll just say, if we got to pick one, I'd have to go with New York. He won the title there. He had, 2 MVP seasons. Hit for, what was it? He had 3,000 hits.
Mm-hmm.
He did that in New York. He should have had 700 home runs, but I digress. Kind of got pushed out of the league at that point. But yeah, he did some of the best work of his career in New York. It should be pinstripes on that cover.
Oh yeah, he's a monster. And then one thing with A-Rod too, you look at Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge is just massive, just power. A-Rod's swing was so sweet. It's almost like a Ken Griffey, how his swing and everything was just real sweet. A-Rod just had, I don't know what it was. It just looked so nice, and then throw a little bat flip in there, hey.
a little joke that me and Truman and a couple others in his chat have, and sometimes we say it about MLB The Show. And I don't mean this. Every time I say it, I'm completely messing around. But it's that thing that you either got it or you don't. And A-Rod had it. It was there was nothing you could really He had all of the mechanics to make it happen, but there was just something in that bat that just made him special. I truly believe if he never took a steroid, he would have been the greatest player ever. I really do.
Really?
I guess we'll never know, because I think he started taking them in high school. So. I don't want to quote anyone, but I think he took them absurdly early.
But he was still really, really good.
Yeah, he was still first, and also the amount of milestones. Like I said, 696 career home runs, over 3,000 hits, the league's first ever 162 game suspension. This guy broke barriers.
Yeah.
He did it all.
Hey, so we're gonna get into some fun questions now. I'm gonna ask you this: what would be your go-to place to get an Uber Eats or DoorDash from? If you're gaming late, you're streaming, you're thinking about food. What's the go-to place that you're getting food from?
All right, so I got 2 answers here.
Okay.
I don't want to make this a theme, but right now, as I've been back in Connecticut, I've been doing it a little recently. I've been getting Taco Bell a lot.
Okay.
So they have a grilled cheese burrito that is so good.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm a little addicted to it right now, but it's really good, and I know it's really bad for me. But if it was South Carolina, where I went to school, there was this place down there in Columbia called Eddie's Calzones.
Okay.
And they did these really funky special calzones. I used to get a mac and cheese calzone with bacon and hot sauce in it. And then I would get I don't know if you're gonna like this or not. I used to get a little side of blue cheese that I would dip it in. So I would just eat that and then a side of curly fries. That would, if I could be back in Columbia, South Carolina right now, that's the first place I'm going.
That sounds good. I bet you it probably got all messy and stuff too, huh?
Yeah, and they were open until 4 a.m. every day.
No shot.
And delivered. They delivered for a $2 charge. It was just but the image that it has down there is that the place itself is so gross. Right? So people did not like eating from there. So I'm fully convinced for the last 2 or 3 years I was at college, I was keeping the lights on there. Like, I think I was the only person eating Eddie's calzones.
Wow, no shot. That is crazy. Hey, I mean, if it's good and you're still here, you're still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, did it take off a couple years? Who's to say?
Yeah.
We don't know right now. I'm breathing now. I'm having fun. Yeah, I don't know.
You get a chance to hit BP at any stadium outside of Yankee Stadium, because I know that's your favorite team. Which stadium will it be?
So I actually just visited this park not too long ago. I think it was last summer. Truist Park, Atlanta, Georgia. The Atlanta Braves Stadium is just so nice.
Really?
The skyline in the background, the stadium itself, the food. They have this thing called the Battery that's right outside of the stadium. It's like this strip of like stores and bars and restaurants. It is. I cannot wait to go back to Truist, and I would love to go on that field.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Also, honorable mention, Coors Field, because maybe I can hit the ball out. I don't, probably not, but maybe. Maybe that elevation will help me out a little bit.
Do you kind of have what's the best way I could? What's the furthest you've hit a ball? Like, is there do you know by chance? Because, like, for an example, softball field is 300 where I play at, and I probably cleared the fence maybe 25 feet past that. So I'm going to say 325 softball. Crushed it. Have you hit a ball over the fence and you kind of know where you can go with it?
So based off of when I was good at baseball, I'll go back to my Little League career. I was pretty good, and I thought I got snubbed. We called it minors and majors, and majors was like you were in 5th grade, minors you were in 4th.
Yeah.
So when I was in 5th grade, that major season, I really thought for the longest time I got snubbed out of that MVP. I thought I was the best player. But going off of that, I never hit a home run. Like, I never cleared the fence. I not one time in my career did that, but I hit the ball around the field, and I was a good pitcher. Like you were saying before, how when you got to high school tryouts and they were throwing all that slow stuff at you.
Yeah.
When I was 11, I was the first kid to implement a curveball, and I shook some legs for sure. I didn't throw hard. My off speed was nice.
Okay.
But wow, I just went on a tangent. How far I've hit a ball? I mean, I really hope I've hit one 200 feet. I really do. But I wouldn't put it past me to say it might be a little bit shorter.
Gotcha. Now, I kind of asked True a similar question, which was cool because that's how I met you and got to know, more about you. If you can pick, I'm going to give you two streamers that you can go on a road trip with. You said you never really been west. We're going to send you guys a ticket to Vegas. You're going to have a lot of fun. Which 2 streamers are you taking with you?
I quite literally hopped out of the shower and was expecting this question. So I was like, he's going to ask me one streamer. And I was like, you know what? I can only think of 2.
Oh.
And then you just came at me with 2.
I give you 2.
Thank you for that. So, I'm not going to say Truman Nation, although, he gave me the love on your podcast last time. I'm just going to go away from Truman, although I would love to. I'm just going to pick 2 new guys. First, I'm going to start out with my boy Nick, CXT The Problem.
Yes.
We do live very close together, so the fact we haven't met up is very alarming. Yeah,
how far do you guys live from each other, like minutes-wise?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
No way.
Yeah, it is like it's so weird how 2 dudes came together in an MLB The Show chat from a kid who lives in Colorado. And we just met and we were like really cool, and it turns out we're 30 minutes apart.
Wow.
In Connecticut, of all places. So Nick's coming on that road trip. He is the absolute man. Just off of knowing him a little bit, like the most selfless person maybe I've seen, especially in the Twitch community, maybe ever.
Yeah,
he is
exactly.
Just so giving, and he's just an all-time human being. And then the second one would be what has turned into a little bit of a friend of mine. I hope he would say the same. He's an MLB The Show streamer. His name's Crawdaddy Plays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He is an absolute riot. That kid puts out content for MLB The Show unlike anyone has ever done. Like he's got the green screen pulled up. He'll go talk to the umpire. He'll go talk to his outfielders. He'll be dancing in the outfield. His content is like because MLB is sort of a niche, you know. You either stream your gameplay, you know, there's a lot of creativity involved, but I feel like his is just taken to like heights I can never replicate, and nobody ever could, because then it would literally be copied.
Exactly.
Like, he's just he's so creative, so funny. He cracks me up every time I talk to him. Yeah, I gotta go with Raw. He's just one of a kind human being, just like Nick too, though.
Nice,
But,
nice.
They're coming on the road trip with me. We're gonna paint the town red.
Hey, let's go. You know, I'm gonna say this, and you know, I know you guys are busy guys and whatever, but before this summer ends, with you guys being so close, y'all got at least one weekend.
Yeah.
It has to
Oh,
happen.
absolutely. Well, listen, Nick does work a lot, and
Oh, Nick's a
that
workaholic.
Yeah, he is on that truck moving what seems like 16 hours a day, and then when he's not, he's streaming, and he's just
Yo,
dude, this guy, like, if he's got time for me, if I gotta go get a weenie from the guy, I'll go get it. You know, I'm not I'll be there for my man if that's what it
Yes.
takes to at least I don't know. But yeah.
All right, Nick,
you know,
I'm a write a doctor's note. You know, you're gonna take like a weekend off. You know, put away from work or whatever. You got to go hang out with my guy.
Yeah, no, or, you know what? I'll come see you. I'll come cook a little bit. I'll try my best to hold up with what he's doing, but as long as I know where he's at, I'll be there.
That's awesome. Yo, and it's crazy that Twitch does this. Like, in my chat right now, you see Broncos, A-Train. Broncos, they came out here to Arizona in May, and so we got to meet up with him, his wife, me, my wife. It was really cool. I did a Texas trip in June, and A-Train didn't know that I was coming to see him, but A-Train, he's won some stuff from my streams before, so I had his address, not trying to be a creep or anything, but but I had his
You
address.
kept it. You're like, nah, I'm going.
Yeah. So he even mentioned, he's all like, hey, you know, I see that you're coming to Texas. Are you going to swing by my way? Now, you see Texas. Texas is huge. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so used to West Coast where, you know, I drive, 30 minutes and I'm in a city, drive another 30 minutes, I'm in a city. Now, to go to big cities in Texas it's like a road trip, a few hours.
Yeah.
So, I was going through, and he's smack dab in the middle of Texas. You're not going to Dallas. I mean, you can kind of go on your way, but it's out of the way to go to any city. So, but I was like, nah, we're gonna make it happen. He's one of my top mods. He's someone that, I want to meet. His wife is awesome. So we surprised him. I knocked on the door, and they was like half up, half asleep. It's like, Rose here, no shot. So it's crazy that Twitch brings people together like this. It's really cool.
Like I'm really just starting to tap into the reality of like how big and how just for lack of a better term, just amazing the platform is, the people that you can meet, and whether it's over something like this or in real life too, man, it's something special for sure.
Crazy, don't take this anyway. I will see you one day. You just way out in Florida. I said one of my top mods. I didn't say there is no number. Here we go. We're gonna have a fight for number one mod in the chat.
Saying is he's the top mod.
Yeah.
This is gonna get really bad.
I know. We're just gonna go ahead and move on. Yo, I'm gonna ask you one more question. If you can go anywhere in the world, it's paid for and whatever, where would you want to go?
If I could go anywhere in the world, I would say I'm not very adventurous guy by any means. But I would probably say the closest In-N-Out burger. I just want to try it. That's really it.
Now,
All
if
this
you go to
big game-
In-N-Out, do you kind of have an idea what you want? Like, because I know, there's that hack menu that's out there. Would you go with one of those monster burger types?
I'm hearing you just got to do it animal style.
Animal style.
I don't know what that entails. I think it gets a little messy. But, dude, it's just been in the back of my mind for so long. It's like, it's such a big name, and I've never had it. So I would just like to go see one, try it, and then if it's really bad, then I'll move on. But I do want to throw this in there. Destination, though, Dubai. I want to check out Dubai. I've just seen pictures of the skyline, the buildings, how much of a great, I guess, vacation spot it is. Would love to,
it's beautiful out there.
Maybe get on a plane and head to Dubai one time.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Place is made of gold.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe marry into a rich family. Like maybe we see a woman over there and she's like, "Wait, you're JmboJr?" Like,
hey, right?
MLB The Show streaming, and I'll be like, "Yes." And she's like, "I want to give you my fortune.
Hook it up."
This is I will. I'll take a couple bucks.
Hey, next thing you know, you're gonna have your own island with your own baseball field and everything, and you invite Twitch streamers and all that stuff. Welcome to Jimbo Island.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it's a baseball field in the middle of nowhere, maybe a little shaken up, one could say it's a diamond in the rough.
Oh, I like that,
There we go. There's your plug.
I love it.
JmboJr himself, Diamond in the Rough podcast. Come watch every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, unless he switches the time. I don't really know, but I think it's every Thursday. He posted the schedule like a week ago. He said Thursdays work best. So.
Yep. Every Thursday you could expect it. I normally go around the streamer because let's just say if you have a certain stream time, then I would love to do it a little bit before, then we can raid into your stream, and you already starting to stream off with a party, so it's like really cool.
What time do you start with TJ?
TJ, we started at, I want to say 8 o'clock my time, so that would have been 11 o'clock your time,
okay.
at night.
All right, so that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what, it's 4 p.m. for you right now?
Yep.
Or,
4:49.
Almost 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I do have one more question. When does Spider Jim come out?
So Spider Jim comes out. We've only had him come out twice. He sits within the shadows, and also I can't confirm, right? Like Spider Jim, he is a friend of mine. He'll come out when he feels like it's time.
Yes.
I personally have never seen him under the mask. But he comes out every time we're on a hype train. That is something me and him have decided we should try to implement, because it's happened a couple times. It's like, how do I kind of, reward the viewers, I guess, for just being so gracious to me?
Yes.
Or being so generous to me, I think was the better word. And me and Spider Jim figured, maybe a hype train's the perfect time for him to come out.
Okay.
I used to have a channel point reward for it. Really made no sense. But once that timer starts, it's all Spidey.
Spidey's in the building, yes.
But like I said, can't confirm who he is. I don't know him personally. He seems like a great guy.
Oh, okay. Hey, if you guys want to see Spider Jim, again, !Diamond. !Diamond. Follow on the socials, and you never know. You might get lucky enough to see Spider Jim one day.
Hopefully so. But if not, you know what? I'll keep him on standby, so that way he can come out at any other time.
All right, well, it is game time. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get this set up. You play on Xbox again, right?
I do. Yes, I do. Let me make sure I have. Yep, I have crossplay. Are you on PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Now I'm looking in the background there.
I know.
Kind of seeing the PlayStation buttons. Yeah, that one.
And also, right here we got the PlayStation controller with. Oh, whoa! What is this?
Whoa! What are those?
What?
Tell the viewers right now.
Hey, we got the C2 grips that's connected to the PlayStation. They just made them for a PS4. They already had them ready for Xbox. So Xbox, if you want to get your grips and you got an Xbox, !Grips to get your own grips. But they just came out on the PS4. PS5 coming soon in the fall, so stay tuned for that one. If you guys want to get your own grips, exclamation point grips. You can check out the sizing and everything. And yo, these things are so comfortable. You will love them. Get your grips today. Hey,
Wow,
see?
they really do look comfortable. Wow, that is actually something that maybe I'm going to take a look into, using exclamation point grips over on Roshocker 22's Twitch channel.
There you go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
There we go. See, look at me.
Hey, so you're made
And
for it.
also-
You're ready.
And also, you know, if I got to flex a sponsorship of my own, or one that I really want.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Ready? To my people over at High Noon, High Noon Sun Sips, please sponsor me in the future. That's it. That's all I got.
Hey,
Thank you for your time.
what is High Noon? Like, what do they have over there?
So High Noon is a vodka soda. Has been the drink of the summer for the past 2 summers, and if you get a little lucky, I might, you know, dabble a little bit as I'm playing a little bit of MLB The Show. I don't like to confirm nor deny, but
High
you know,
Noon sounds like
Noon's
an awesome time.
real vodka, real juice, 100 calories, guys. It's very expensive to drink them. I'm not gonna lie, they're very expensive. Will the sponsorship help because they are so expensive? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Also, would they sponsor an MLB The Show streamer? I have no idea, but like the crazier things have happened. So like, why not?
Yo, High Noon, just to let you guys know, you will be tapping into a different spot that you haven't tapped into before. There's a lot of baseball players who love to drink. Why not High Noon? Sponsor
Baseball
my guy.
fans in general, you don't go to the ballpark without, you know, one of those really tall glasses that look like a baseball bat, you know?
Let's
Who
go.
says that a High Noon can't be in one of those glasses, but with Jimbo's name on it? And it's not an actual ballpark, it's me in my computer room. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, thank you, High Noon.
And look at him, 176 and 44. It's nasty.
It's all right, I guess. It's nothing to write home about.
Flawless
We've
times
definitely had a
5.
good year for sure. Well, listen, they're still 44. All right. Also, I don't have the stream pulled up. Can they see the gameplay right now?
Yes, they can see the gameplay.
All right, cool. All right.
So they're about to look
Here we
at
go.
the
You ready
team
for this
now.
team build right here?
Here we go.
It is the all Jimmy/James team. Everyone,
Yo.
if there wasn't anyone named James or Jimmy, or Jim, I went with Jamie. So we're gonna take them in here, and yeah, there's a bunch of commons, so I'm a little scared.
Yo, I like it. I like it. Look at those
I was-
unis. Those are
I
fresh.
was really proud. Oh, shout out to my boy, my boy Burvin. He came into my chat out of nowhere like a month or 2 ago. He was like, I'll make you a South Carolina uniform. So I was like, I actually think I should lean towards like my own individuality. And my team name has always been the Omaha Jimbos, and he made me Jimbo's unis. So.
Yo, how'd you come up with the
Also, you
color
got the
scheme?
big unit on the pump? Dude, this is brutal.
Where'd you come up with the color scheme? Because that looks fresh.
I've always really liked the so I like the purple pink teal look. I saw like I think like a keyboard or two when I was first getting into like looking at PC stuff.
Okay.
So that's the scheme I wanted. He ended up making me oh, I missed it. He ended up making me purple, teal, and like white and black uniforms, but I've just, you know, I liked them from the start. I love them now, and it's individuality. Like it's something completely different than most streamers. So, you know, I'm gonna continue to ride with it. So, Bourbon, if you're here, thank you, my man.
Bourbon, hey. So can I say that, you know, let's just say once you get set up and how you want things, you know, everything's going good, the money's coming in, is that going to kind of be like your background look? You know, a lot of purple and teal in it, you know, the lights
Yeah.
going off.
Yeah, so that's my plan. I want to keep this color scheme moving throughout, you know, kind of creating my channel a little bit and creating a little bit of a brand. I just missed that too. So it's a matter of, you know, once I get like headers, maybe like an actual profile icon. Like if you see on my uniforms where it says Jimbos,
Yeah.
I have an emote for it in my channel. So being able to kind of make that either like a profile icon or banner, whatever the tools are for the future, I definitely want to use what my boy Bourbon made and move forward with it.
Woo!
I was a little early there, but that's a gym bomb for sure.
Gym bomb.
Gym bomb from
You hit
Jim
the
Rice.
barbecue shop. Yo. The people up
474,
here
not
tryna-
bad. Look at that, a little early. A little
Oh
early
my-
never hurt nobody.
Yo. People up here trying to
Right.
eat some barbecue. Got a
Randy, I
baseball
gotcha.
bomb coming at their heads.
Also, I don't know if you're paying too much attention right now, but yes, I do lean in really far to look at my monitor.
Whoa, what was that, bro?
To back you up some. You
Yeah,
too
what-
far into your monitor right now.
Yeah, all right, yeah, but listen, I didn't think there was any hostility here. You think I'm gonna leave the box? No, I'm staying right here. There we go.
Ooh, okay, I see you. Yeah, we talk about this on a couple of podcasts where, you know, the people, all you see is forehead, and that's how you know that they're good and serious. That's you?
Well, actually, I think I'm like relatively the only MLB The Show streamer who's really like forehead heavy. I think other people play this game pretty lax. Like I can't just be like sitting here and like get a good ball or get a good feel of where like the ball's gonna land in the strike zone. So I like to get really close and follow that ball right away. One could say I'm the Nick Merckx of the MLB The Show community, but I mean, I'm not. That's not coming out of my mouth. One could say it. You know? but yeah, not a good first inning here for the Jimbos. Not gonna lie. I
Look at that
don't
bat
like
flip,
that I only put
though.
up one.
That bat flip was just...
Listen, I've never even thought about using Jim Rice. I'm not gonna lie, not even one time.
Really?
But I don't know. You might get a God Squad nod to end this top 50 push that we're in the middle of right now.
Ooh. What's your rating right now?
I'm in 1181. So as of right before this stream, number 50 for the season was 1162.
Okay.
And the big debate right now, right, is is that not gonna? The big debate right now is that since I have a 19-point separation, the season ends tomorrow. Do I play another game? I could either grab a couple more points, or I could risk it all. So right now I'm holding. So you're not gonna get a. Oh, you are not. Yeah. All right. I have a common catcher.
We'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's a good call.
Oh. Nice play.
I don't even know who that guy is. I think that's Jamie. Let's see. Let's get him a look.
No, look at yo. Wow.
He's a
covered
common.
A lot of ground.
Yeah, he's a common. He's not good. But
Don't tell yo. You wouldn't have seen it on that play.
he wants to be on the God Squad too. All right, here we go. Don't want to scare you, but I do have some reinforcements just in case. This goes awry. I got some boys on the bench just in case.
Are they gyms?
They are not gyms.
Then they can't play.
Yeah, no. They wouldn't be reinforcements if they were gyms. They would be like I ran out of gyms is the thing. There were not enough Jameses or gyms in this game. Like second baseman, his name is Jamie. So
Got you.
I also have a couple relievers who are also Jamies and Jimmies. So.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Wait.
Uh-oh.
No.
I gotta go to the bullpen.
Oh no.
Oh boy, who am I gonna put in? Oh, you guys ready for this? This guy is not playing Major League Baseball anymore. Probably never again. So let's say our farewell to this not very great human being.
No. This is it. This is the last time we're gonna see him.
GG, Mr. Cordero. But he's named Jimmy, so he made the team. There was one stipulation of him making a team, and it was his name, and he did
That was it.
Also, now that we're doing this and now that we're playing the game, it's like I'm kind of noticing how hard it is to kind of keep a conversation rolling. You know, it's like now I have to lock in because you're beating my ass, and it's like what am I gonna do to it? What is going on?
And see, here's the thing, though. You know, what type of food do you like to eat?
Me?
Yeah.
I love sushi. Sushi's my number one go-to. Like, if I could have anything, I would have some sushi.
Is there a certain type, like California roll or?
Spicy tuna is always like, if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna get at least a couple spicy tuna rolls. But then I'd like to dip on that special roll menu. Or a place really close to me has a couple of different rolls. One of them's one's called a New York roll, which is like spicy tuna, avocado, fried shrimp, tempura. That one's really good. There's an ahi roll, which I don't even know what's in it. That's really good. But my go-to is definitely some spicy tuna.
So you like the spice?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even really think spicy tuna most of the time is all that spicy, weirdly enough. I think it's like that spicy mayo on top that really kind of does it. But,
Have you ever had wasabi?
oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually, a running joke that I had in high school, just to like try to make people laugh, was I would get sushi, and then it would come with like a side of wasabi. And I would tell everyone, like, oh my God, they gave me ice cream again on the side. And then I would just like take like just like a big chunk of it with my chopsticks and just eat it, and put myself through a little bit of torture. Yeah, it was. I actually do kind of enjoy the thrill of eating a little bit of wasabi, just because it cleanses your, or not cleanses. Yeah, it clears your nostrils so nice. It's like, especially like if you're sick one day and you just want like takeout or something, you have a little bit of that, you're gonna be feeling nice.
Exactly. I never forget this. This is one true story. We're out to eat. My dad, he's 6'3". I'm only 5'10", 5'11", but he's 6'3", always known for him to be tough. We go out to eat at a Japanese place, and someone had said something about wasabi. It's like, yo, it's really hot. And he's all like, it's not that hot. And so they gave him something. It's almost like, you know, have you been to Texas Roadhouse before?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. So you know how you get like the little cup of cinnamon butter?
Yep.
They
with the rolls, right?
Yes. They gave him a cup of wasabi, and he took a nice bite. I've never seen him in tears before until that day. And face is red, you know, the eyes are watering, and everyone's just dying like, yo, look at him, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
He tried to talk a big game.
Oh yeah, he learned that day.
Yeah. When it gets like, it's really bad when you get like I said before, how it like kind of clears your nostrils a little bit. Like if you get some stuck on the top of your mouth, it is just brutal. Like if you just like kind of swallow it in like a big chunk, it's really not that bad. You don't let it touch or stick to anything like the back of your throat. Like you're gonna turn out fine. But you mess around with the top of your mouth, you're gonna feel messed up.
Oh yeah. Now, what's one of the hottest things you've ever eaten? Like, can you just remember, like, oh my goodness, this kicked my butt?
And I'm sure they did it like around the country too, but there was a
challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings. What's the name of the sauce? It's
Carolina Reaper.
It's not the Carolina Reaper. It was not ghost pepper either, I don't think. It was the top of the line sauce, but they had like a challenge where if you go and you eat like 6 wings or whatever, you get like a t-shirt or something.
Oh, okay.
And coincidentally, I have the same buddy that I have that moved out to Arizona. He did it that night, and he was just trying to like act tough, and he actually kind of held his own. But I remember like having, I think, 1 boneless wing with that sauce, and yeah, never again. Just not gonna happen.
He's like, forget
yeah, that
it.
was when, because I like to pride myself in like being able to handle a little bit of spice. It just wasn't the case. Wasn't the case that night with whatever that Buffalo Wild Wings sauce was.
would you ever do, like, you know, you see a lot of streamers do the death nut or the spicy gummy on stream?
Like the one chip challenge, dude. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would try it out, but yeah, it would take some parameters for sure. Probably have to be like top 5 in the world in subs. But no, I mean, I mean, I would dip into it. I know what it feels like when you're like really down bad, and how long it takes for you to feel really good, and it's just, it's a little too long for my liking. But I wouldn't put it past me and my, I like to call me and my subscribers to the channel, me and my JmboJrs.
The Jim
I wouldn't put it past us. Yeah, that's trademarked, I think. I think we got it trademarked. I'm not too sure though.
Hey, let's
Sorry,
go.
I kind of got to lock in right now. I can't get beat this quick.
Oh, man. I don't
Dude,
know.
that
Like,
me?
this is one thing that I try to do. You know, I try to chat it up with everyone. So you're not so focused on the game. You know, just enjoy yourself. Relax.
Yeah, no, you think? No, dude, I'm way too competitive for that. I gotta go out and make some noise for myself, right? I need everyone to be like, wait, I thought this guy was top 50. Oh yeah. Get close.
Yeah, you're ready for it.
Come on, that's it. Even while you're pitching too, I love it.